Okay, good evening class. So this will be your reviewer on quiz 2. Kay quiz 3 na tayo na for pre-finals. So I hope na makabawi kayo. Again, okay naman yung recitation nyo, yung activity nyo, yung project and other activities. Ang problem lang ay yung quiz and exam kasi malaking percentage yun which is 20% and 40%. So 60% yun as total. So yun lang po talaga, no? So, kailangan nyo talaga doon bumawi. Now, proceed na tayo sa lessons natin, which is accruals versus deferrals. Again, sa mga gustong manood, manood po kayo. Hindi ko naman kayo inuobliga manood dito. But if you want to listen, you can listen here and you can watch this video. Anyway, this is our lesson from last week. So, this is the accruals versus deferrals. Now, in terms of accruals, ang tandaan nyo lang, there is no cash involved. Walang cash involved dito. Now, these accruals have expenses incurred but not yet recorded. Okay? Expenses na nangyari na pero hindi mo pa nare-record, or expenses na kailangan mo pang bayaran kasi nangyari na. Let's say for example, bayarin sa kuryente. Pag dumating yung bill ng kuryente, ang tanong, nabayaran mo na ba? Hindi pa, kasi kakarating pa lang ng bill, uutusan ka pa ng magulang mo na bayaran yan sa Sureko. So that is a expenses incurred but not yet recorded. Hindi mo pa nare-record yung pagbayad mo ng so yung adjusting entry natin is kapag nakabayad ka na ng pera. So ano yung mga example nito? So again, kanina, that is debit utilities expense. And we need to credit payables. Kung napansin mo, and the amount here, kung napansin mo nga, nangyari na yung expense pero hindi mo pa nababayaran. So, any type of expense, erase natin to. Any type of expense as long as hindi mo pa nabayaran. That is a accrual method. So, let's say mga expenses dito. Debit expenses and credit payables. Now, next we have the okay, ano pala yung mangyayari kung ito yung original entry mo? Original entry. Let's say have an example. Si Mr. X receive utility bill for 5,000 pesos. So, on January 1, 2025. Now, let's say, binayaran mo yung kuryente, Mr. X paid the utility bill. Okay, pag binayaran mo yung utility bill, so lumabas ka na ng pera. Ito yung magiging adjusting entry natin. So, number 1, we need to in January 1, 2025, we receive amount of we debit utilities expense kung ito yung given sa chart of account, utility expense, and we need to credit accounts payable or utilities payable kung specific na lang, no? credit utilities payable. Again, these two, depende yan sa chart of accounts kung ano yung given or ano yung given ng problem or ano yung pwedeng common sense na pwede natin gamitin. Now, utilities expense, for example, given pala yung yung amount. So, 5,000 pesos and 5,000 pesos. Next, what if Mr. X paid the utility bill on January 31, 2025? So, on January 31, 2025, we need to debit the utilities payable. Utilities payable. And we need to credit cash kasi binayaran na natin, that is 5,000 pesos. Next, again, this is nilesson ko na to sa inyo last time. So, given na tong accrual methods na. Basta as long as the original entry, there is no involvement of cash. Pero pa nagbayad ka na, syempre, i-adjust mo yung maglalabas ka ng pera. So, you need to adjust that entries. Now, next we have income earned naman. Income earned but not yet recorded. For example, nag-accrue yung income mo. So, again, si Mr. X, lagay natin ulit si Mr. X. Sold 50,000 pesos. Sold 5,000 to Y. Okay, nakabenta siya ng 5,000 pesos to Y. So, this is a revenue, this is a sales, this is an income. So, pero, let's say dito, sabihin natin, Mr. X sold 5,000 pesos to Y on account. So, meaning, si Y, pag sinabing on account, si Y yung may utang. So, may utang si Y. Okay? May utang si Y. Again, natin sa perspective ng customers. So, that is debit accounts receivable. And we need to credit cash. We need to credit revenue. Revenue, sales, both acceptable, no? So, we need to use the 5,000 pesos debit and credit 5,000 pesos. What if sinabi naman ng problem, nagbayad na si Y? So, let's say, Mr. X sold 5,000 pesos to Y on account on January 1. Tapos, on January 31, 2025, si Y, Mrs. Y, let's say Mrs. Y na lang. Y paid the whole amount to Mr. X. Binayaran na ni Mrs. Y yung buong amount. So, kung binayaran niya na, that is debit cash and credit accounts receivables. Sorry. So, we need to put the amount, 5,000 and 5,000 pesos. Kung nagbayad na si Y ng whole amount. So, that is January 31. This is January 31, January 1, nangyari. Okay. So, we have here the journal entry. And this one is also a journal entry kanina. Oh, sorry. Mali yung nabilaw pa natin. This one is the journal entry. And also, this one kapag nagbayad ka na ng bill. Okay, gets ang accruals. Madali lang yan yung accruals. Sa deferrals tayo nagkakaroon ng problema. Now, let's have a deferral methods. Deferrals. So, this is a cash basis or may involvement na cash. So, cash basis to. May cash na involved. I'm sorry. Cash involved or cash basis. So we have two types again here. The expenses paid but not yet expenses paid but not yet incurred. But not yet incurred. Binayaran mo na pero hindi pa nangyayari. So these are the advance payment. These are all advance payment. So let's say for example, yung prepaid rent, yung prepaid expenses, yung prepaid insurance, and other prepaid. As long as advance payment siya, that is a prepaid, no? So these are items na asset. These are all asset. Pwede din mayroon tayong expense method. So mayroon tayong rent expense, insurance expense, and more. So marami pang ibang types nito. Now, let's have an example. Let's say on November 1, let's say mga mid-year, July 1, 2025, si Mr. X sold item to sold na naman, lutang na sa antok na. Okay, July 1, 2025, Mr. X, let's say, paid rent, 1 year rent. Paid a 1 year rent to Miss Y. Binayaran niya si Miss Y ng 1 year rent to Miss Y worth ilang naman? Let's say 120,000 pesos para sarado lang So usually meron tayo ditong dalawang method. So we have here asset method and the expense method. Now for asset method, we have the we need to debit the asset. So kanina 'di ba nandito yung mga asset natin. And yung mga expenses naman is nandito. So kung asset method to, we need to debit rent. Nandito tayong rent. So we need to debit prepaid rent. And we need to credit cash. Again, meron ditong involvement na cash, 'di ba? Ayun. So, ilan yung amount dito? We have 120,000 and 120,000. Now, for expense method, we have also expenses, that is insurance. Lala talaga. That is rent expense and credit cash again, that is 120,000. But ano yung date natin? That is July 1. July 1. So, this is our journal entry on July. Now, what if the problem asks, what is the December 31? Adjusting entry natin. Now, dito po sa asset method, hahanapin natin yung expired na portion. So, kung hahanapin natin yung expired na portion, kailangan natin hanapin yung ilan yung nagastos natin. So, we need to debit here the rent expense. How about the other type? For expense method naman, since expense method tayo, and we need to find the unexpired portion, hanapin natin yung natira. Kung hanapin natin yung natira, that is prepaid rent. Kasi aalamin natin kung ilan pa yung natirang prepaid rent, no? Huwag nalito dito. So, unexpired, hanapin natin yung natira. Sa expired, hanapin natin yung nagastos. Now, we need to credit the prepaid rent. Kailangan natin itong bawasan. Ilagay mo siya dito. So, that is prepaid rent. And also this one, ilagay mo siya dito. Credit rent expense. Okay? Now, ang problema natin is what is the amount na kailangan nating ilagay. So 120,000. Nag-start tayo ng July 1. Analyze mo lang yung problem na. Kung nag-start tayo ng July 1, tapos 1 year policy siya, 1 year. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong 12 months. Again, hindi laging 1 year yung problem. Pwedeng 24 months, pwedeng 36 months, pwedeng 48 months, pwedeng maraming months, maraming taon. Depende yan sa problem. Hindi laging 1 year, hindi laging 12 months. So, let's say, depende again sa problem, no? So, let's say 1 year nga. So, meron tayong 12 months. So, kung hanapin natin per month, bakit kailangan natin hanapin yung per month? Kasi nag-start siya noong July. No, July mid-year. And ang hinahanap naman lang ng problem is yung December 31. So, we need to divide 12 months. So, that is equal to 10,000 pesos. Right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay. So, that is 10,000 pesos per month. Ito yung binabayaran niya. So, if you count, we start with July 1. No. So, we start with July since nag-start sa 1. Paano sir kapag July 31? Siyempre, nagde-depreciate every month. So, may start ka August 1. Okay, dito ka mag-start. Pero dito sa problem natin, mag-start tayo July 1 kasi yun naman ang sabi ng problem, 'di ba? July 1. So, may monthly tayo na depreciation doon. Imagine nyo lang, kada araw nagbabawas yung value ng or yung binibigay natin per day. Sabihin ko sana yung depreciation. No? Same concept lang naman kasi yun dito. So, that is 10,000 pesos per month. Kung nag-start tayo July, ang hinahanap natin ay yung December. So, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Ito yung hinahanap natin, December 31. So, this is 31, That is 30, 31, 30, 31. And 2, 30, 30. So, this is 10K, 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 and 10K, 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 and 10K. This is the long method, no? Long method to, para lang magets mo yung concept. So, meron pa tayong, this is year 2025, diba? Meron pa tayong 2026, hindi pa natin natatapos yung 1 year, January, February, March, April, May, okay, June. June, tayo mag-end kasi July 1 nag-start. 31, 30, 31, 13, 28 or 29, that is January. January pa, so this is 31. January, February, March. 31 pa lang March, ano? January, February, March. 31, 30, 31, 30. May mali tayo sa taas, no? So, kung January, February, March 31, April 30, May 31, June, July. So, hanggang 31 to, no? Tama ba? Ang ating... Anyway, ano lang to, minor error lang. Minor error lang po to, no? Hindi naman siya ganun ka-importante. 30 lang pa yung December. Anyway, basta year end ng month. Kasi ganito yung pag-compute kay kada bare knuckle. Pag natamaan yung knuckle ng kamay mo, that is may 31. January, February, March, 31 yan. April, May, June, July, August, 31. July, July, August. Basta year end, no? Nalito na si Sir. Anyway, basta mag year end ay end month, that is the depreciation month. And okay, may parcel tayo. Continue natin. Okay, we're back. So we have here the August 31. No? May kinuha lang na food panda si Sir. Gutom na. Okay, anyway, tatapusin natin to. So August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30, and December 31. So, meron pa tayong 10K dito. 10K, 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 and 10K. So, we have your 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So, this is 60. And also, this is 60K. So, pag inad mo po yan, that is 120K. So, ano yung hinahanap ng problem natin? So, ang hinahanap lang po ng problem is yung December 31 natin. So, i-add natin to lahat para makuha ito. That is 60,000 pesos. Hindi ito na binilugan ko. Sorry. So, itong kailangan natin. So, ano yung shortcut natin? Ito times lang natin to sa ilang month, outstanding month. That is times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 months. 6 months. So, that is 60,000 pesos. Okay, may shortcut pa akong alam. Meron pa akong shortcut na alam. So, kung meron kayong 120,000 na binayaran, bilangin mo na agad kung ilang outstanding month. Number of outstanding month. No. Outstanding months over divide mo lang sa total months. Ano ba yung outstanding months? So, ilan pa yung natitira natin? July, August, September, October, November, December. So, that is 6 months. 6 out of 12. So, times mo lang to, divide mo dito. Same ang makukuha mo na 60,000 100,000 pesos. Same lang yan. So that is the shortcut number 2 or the shortcut number 1, or we need the long cut method. Depende yan sa inyo. Now, what will be our answer again? That is 60,000 pesos. Now, for the unexpired portion, titingnan natin kung ilan na lang yung natira. So, meron tayong outstanding na 120,000. Yung nagastos natin ay 60,000. So, that is from July 1 to December 31, 2025. So, yung unexpired portion natin is debit prepaid rent na 60,000 pesos and 60,000 pesos. Okay? Saan to magsi-zero out? Magsi-zero out to sa June 30. So, that's it. Okay, paano kung ang tanong is December? Let's say ang tanong is May 31, 2026. Paano kung ang tanong ay, lagay natin dito. Erase na natin to, nakopya nyo naman na. May magpipicture pa ba? Wow. Parang nasa ano lang. Anyway, erase natin to. Kopyahin nyo muna. Kopya. Post nyo na lang yung video kung gusto nyo kumopya. Okay. Erase natin to. Oops, sorry. Ito, wag na natin to erase, no? Paano kung ang tanong ng problem is year 2026? Let's say, May 31. 31 ba? 2026. Kasi ito 2025, diba? 2025, ito 2025. So, we need to find the May 31. So, kung May 31 tayo, 2026. So, itong 60,000, we know it will zero out. Prepaid rent, mayroon na lang tayong 60,000. Now, from January, from year January 1 to May 31, so, ilan to? 1, 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So, we need to debit rent expense 50,000. And we need to credit prepaid rent 50,000. Okay, so meron tayong another debit and credit. Now, the question is, ilan yung ating May 31 sa unexpired portion? Sa unexpired portion, we need to add this one and we need to deduct, we need to add this one and this one para i-minus natin sa 120,000. So, kung ilan yung 120,000 natin, i-minus mo lang sa 60,000 and also 50,000. Kasi dalawa, di ba? Dalawa yung entry natin na minus. So, 60 and 50. So, that is 110,000. Kung i-check mo yung problem, meron pa tayong tirang 10,000 pesos. Okay, ito na lang yung tira natin, 10,000 pesos. Kung i-check mo, nandoon, nagastos natin to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito na lang yung tira natin. That is 10K. So, ilan yung nagastos natin dito for another year? 50,000. And for December 31, for May 31, 2026, ilan naman yung nagastos natin? That is, ilan na lang yung tira natin? Kasi unexpired na. Prepaid rent. That is 10,000. And we need to credit rent expense na 10,000. Okay, so this is the expired portion and the unexpired portion. Okay, binigay ko ito sa inyo kung sakaling ito yung tanong, no? At the year May 31, 2026. Pero kadalasan ito yung adjusting entry natin, no? Year end. Pero malay mo, di ba? Lumabas din. So, kung anong year. So, that is May 31, 2026. Paano kapag June 30 na yung hininga? Pag ang hiningi ay June 30, 2026, we need to debit na the whole amount. Kasi alam natin, year end natin ito, no? Ay, ito yung magiging kabuuan. So, debit, rent expense, 120,000. No. Hindi ito yung kabuuan. Kasi nag-debit na tayo ng 60 and 50. So, ang i-debit na lang natin ay 10,000. Kasi nag-debit na tayo, di ba? 10,000 pesos. And credit. Ano yan? Cash. No. Prepaid rent. ₱10,000 pesos. Pero, kapag hindi tayo, pag hiningi ng problem, June 30, 2026, tapos, wala tayong entry dito, hindi tayo nag-entry dito, no? Paano kung hindi tayo nag-entry dito, and hindi tayo nag-entry dito? Kung walang entry dyan, kailangan mo mag-entry ng kabuuan. So, that is 120,000. Kasi aayusin natin yung year, no? But that is higher accounting na. Ay, yung higher accounting. Pag higher accounting po, we need to debit the income summary or the retained earnings. Mga bagong terms, no? Retained earnings, income summary. Kapag close na yung book, we need to debit income earned. Retained earnings. Pero pag open pa yung book, that is income summary. Diba? So, dapat, lang kayo, no? Maging humble lang. Kasi, hindi nyo alam kung ano yung mga higher accounting na. So, kung may higher accounting na tayo, try nyo lang kung gusto nyo. That is, kung nag-close na yung book, that is debit income summary. Ay, pag hindi pa nag-close, income summary. And credit the rent, prepaid rent, no? Prepaid rent. Kasi, kulang yung pagka-close natin. So, anyway, proceed tayo sa ating lessons. Depende yan sa tanong ng problem na kung May 31, 2026 or June 30, 2020. This is usually closed, no, every year. Nagka-close to every year ng book. And we will close the rent expense. Ina-adjust natin yan, di ba? Sa unadjusted trial balance. Anyway, focus kayo sa tanong ng problem. So, saan na tayo? Acquaintance asset method and expense method. Punta tayo sa ano ba yung nilesson natin? Unearned revenue. Okay. Parang kagawa tayo ng bago. Unearned revenue. Gawa na lang tayo bago. Okay. For unearned revenue, meron naman tayong dalawang method. So, yung dalawang method natin, we have the liability method and the income method. For liability method, we have we need to debit the liability account. And also, sa income method naman, kailangan natin mag-record ng income account. Dito, sa liability, nire-recognize niya yung utang ng service. Kasi, ito naman, kahit hindi mo pa ginawa, na-recognize mo na. Gutom na. Na-recognize mo na yung service. Recognize mo na yung service. Okay? Yung revenue, no? Service or yung revenue or income. Nag-record ka na. So, let's have an example. Let's say, sino ba yung love team natin? Nakaraan. Ano ba yun? Si Emerson, no? Emerson and sino ba yun? Isa. Trisha. No. Emerson and Trisha. Kung si Emerson to, diba? Si Emerson, tapos si Trisha. Tapos, nagpagawa si Trisha ng cellphone. Dahil aayusin pa niya, binigyan niya siya ng pera. Kung ng 20,000. Kung bibigyan na siya ng pera sa 20,000 in liability method, we need to debit cash. Debit cash, credit unearned revenue. Okay. Lobot pa yung cellphone natin. Daming nangyayari. Got it? Charging. Okay. So, we need to debit cash and credit unearned revenue. So, that is how much is the amount natin. Let's say, for example, 10,000 and 10,000. Bakit unearned revenue again? Kasi ito ay utang pa ni Emerson, hindi pa niya napapayaran. Pero kapag income method, ang gagawin mo na dyan ay we need to debit the cash 10K and ma-recognize ka na agad ng income kahit hindi mo pa nare-render yung service, hindi mo pa naayos yung cellphone. So we need to credit revenue, that is 10,000 pesos. Sorry, naglagay tayo ng K. Hindi po yun pwede, no? 10,000 and 10,000. So, this is 10,000 and 10,000. Okay, let's have an example problem. Example tayo. Let's say si Emerson receive 20,000 50,000 pesos from Tricia. Nakareceive siya ng pera kay Tricia for cleaning service for 6 months. Start on November 1, 2025. Saktuhin natin para hindi tayo mahirapan. Let's say 60,000 to. Now, if Emerson receives 60,000 from Tricia for 6-month service, mga importante na 60,000, this is 60,000. 60,000 on 6 months. Now, for liability method, we need to debit cash. Kailan nangyari? November 1, 2025. So, we need to debit cash worth 60,000 and we need to credit revenue. Credit natin unearned revenue 60,000. Okay, next, under income method, same concept lang, no? So that is debit cash 60,000 and credit unearned revenue 60,000. Oh, no, sorry. We need to record the revenue na. Kasi, na-recognize na niya as income. Now, what will happen to our adjusting entry on December 31? Kung yun ang hinihingi ng problem. December 31, 2025 and December 31, 2025. Now, for December 31, 2025, we need to debit the unearned revenue kasi we're looking for the expired portion. Expiration ito and credit revenue. Ilan na daw? Yung tanong lang naman dito, yung expired na portion. Expired. So, ilan na yung natrabaho ni Mr. Emerson? Diba? Ganyan yung expired. So, that is from November 1 to December. November 1 to December. So, November 30 and December 31. So, if we count 1, 2, we have 2 months. 2 months siyang nag-work. 2 months. So, again, first thing is we need to divide 60,000 from 6. We get 10,000 pesos per month yung bayad sa kanya sa paglinis niya. So, ilan hanggang 2 months. So, times mo lang to sa 2. It is 20,000 pesos. 20,000 pesos yung natrabaho na ni Emerson. Shortcut, Pwedeng ganito yung shortcut natin. 60,000 times 2 kasi November to December, outstanding months. Divide mo lang sa number of total of months, that is 6. So, 60,000 times 1/3. So, we get the same amount of 20,000. So, that is 20,000 pesos. And if we look for the expired portion, that is the debit unexpired, no? Revenue and unearned revenue. So, we need to debit ilan na lang yung natira. 40,000 and 40,000. So, ang talang naman dito ay unexpired portion. Magkakaklik naman itong XX na to. Unexpired portion, ilan na mainit na yung ulo ni Saran. Gutom na. Diba yan? Ilan na lang yung kailangan trabahuin ni Mr. Emerson. Okay? How long will Mr. Emerson work? Ilang months ang month? How long? So, start tayo. January 1, 2026. Start tayo January 1, 2026. And meron pa tayong 4 months. January, February, March, April. Diba? Ito po yung kailangan niyang trabahuin. Ito yung natrabaho niya na. Ito yung hindi pa natatrabaho. So, meron tayong 10K dito, 10K dito, and 10K dito, and 10K. So, ilan yan? That is 40,000. Shortcut natin, pwedeng 60,000 minus 20,000 equal to 40,000. Or, we need to calculate the per month. 60,000 divide 6, 10K, and times mo lang sa number of outstanding months na tira. That is 40,000 pesos. So, we need to get the 40,000. Okay, gets na? I hope gets nyo na yung liability and accrual method. So, next natin yung depreciation. Kakain lang muna si sir and bye-bye.